And then I went back to school, started teaching, overheard some of my students comment that it's ironic, the language they use, that Professor Armour teaches criminal law while he looks like a criminal. And I said, whoa, wait, the only difference between me before when I looked like Obama and me now is Nappy here. When I let the naps flow, suddenly I look like a criminal. And I even saw this same experience replicated at J.W. Marriott down at L.A. Live. I'm waiting for my friend Lino, my roommate from Lower Merion High School. You say you're from Philly, right outside Philly, you know, on the main line. And we get back together again. He's ESPN Deportes general manager, and I'm waiting in the lobby, getting ready to go home, and 3 guards approach me, and this is just a couple months ago now. I am 50-something with gray hair. They approach me. They send the black one over to me. The black one says, sir, are you here to see someone? I said, yes, I was, but why aren't you asking anyone else in the lobby? It was around 11:30. He said, well, we've been having a problem with transients. I said, I look like a transient. Now, I had on exactly like I'm dressed now, except a tie. I had on slacks, hard shoes, a button-up shirt. I said, I look like a transient. He said, don't take it personally. Walked away. I tweeted real quick, called a former student at Latham downtown firm so someone else can hear this if they came back. He came back over and said, sir, what is the name of the guest you came here to see? Now, I teach torts in criminal law. I've taught him long enough to know this. What he was saying was, if I don't give them a name that they can find in the database, I've assumed the ejectable status of a trespasser, and they're going to lift me up bodily and throw me out of that lobby. That's what he was telling me just 2 months ago. Okay, a law professor who has a chair at USC. So because of the fro, when I looked like Obama, I didn't get this. So this fro is my hoodie. I say my afro is my hoodie. You know, when there's hoodies up, my afro is my hoodie. I wear my heart on my head, not my sleeve, as I say, and I'm happy to be Nappy, and I'm going to continue being Nappy and repping for folks who want to celebrate the African-American soul through their nappiness and not be discriminated against and profiled in the process.